Hey there everybody, it's me Presley, and today I'm doing my very first top 10 on my YouTube channel. And I decided on a really cool concept because no one ever really did it. And basically I'm ranking all the tracks, all 6 cycling tracks in the classic game Wii Sports Resort. Now I love Wii Sports Resort, and cycling is one of my favorite sports in the game, and it's really fun to do. So I thought I'd rank all the tracks from my least favorite to my favorite. And just like any other top 10, this is my personal opinion. So you can rant all you want in the comments, but I don't recommend it. So, without further ado, let's get started. At number 6, we have To the Beat. Now, the reason why it's at the bottom of the list is because there's nothing too interesting about it. I mean, there are cool things I like about it, like you drive on every surface. I mean, not drive, you cycle on every surface, I should say. Concrete in town, mud by the riverbank, and sand on the beach. But other than that, there's nothing really too interesting about it, other than you go through town, you go over the footbridge, you go over a small cliff, and you go on the beach and through Camel Rock. And something else I should mention about it is, for half of the track, you're on the beach. I mean, it's not too boring, but it does do a good job of explaining its title. So yeah, because of not too many interesting things about it and other things, it's at the bottom of the list. Here's the track. At number 5, we have Across the Bridge. Now, this one offers from the same things as To the Beach. There aren't too many interesting things about it. The only interesting things to me that are about it are you go up Heartbreak Peak, which to me makes you feel like you're in real life, where you're cycling up a really steep hill, and it feels rewarding when you get to the top, driving past the hilltop overlook. But other than that, you cross the swaying bridge and go through the evergreen grove, and those three things are the only interesting things about the track to me. Everything else about it just falls into the same circumstances as To the Beach. So because of that, I can't place it any higher than number 5. Here's the track. At number 4, we have Up the Volcano. Now, this is where they're starting to get good. Now, this is the one that has more interesting things that I like about it. And that's why it's this high. But same with the other two, there aren't too much, so I can only place it where it is. The interesting part, you go over the Red Iron Bridge, through the town, and the runner's circle, and you go through the heart of Makawoohoo up to the top and end at Summerstone Castle. And those are the only interesting parts that I like about it. But it's still a good track, but there's a better one that I'll get to later, and that's why it's this low on the list. Here's the track. Kicking off the top half of the list at number 3, we have the very first track, Around the Island. The reason why I like it so much is it's a great beginner track. I love it. I love how you go all the way around Woohoo Island, through the tunnel, past the wind orchard, the ruin, and the candle, and end in town. It's a great track. It also really helps the beginner player or the new player kind of get a feel for the game. And yeah, that's what I like about it. It has interesting landmarks you pass, you go around the island, and it's an overall good track. Here's the track. At number 2, we have Over Talon Rock. Now, the reason why this one is as high as it is the very beginning where you go over Talon Rock. I've always loved that. But I can see people disagreeing with me on this one because the rest of the track is just around the island backwards. But to me, that's something else I like about it because you're going the opposite direction, seeing around the island from a different perspective, basically. And that's another thing I like about it. But like I said, the reason why it's this high at all is because of the beginning where you go over Talon Rock. And that's why I like it so much. Here's the track. And if you were paying close attention, you already know what my number one favorite is. And that is Into Maka Woohoo. Let me just get this straight. I love this track. I love how you climb up Maka Woohoo at the beginning and you go into it. And I just love going inside that volcano. I always have, ever since I've played Wii Sports Resort. And the other part I love about it is after you go into the volcano, it's all downhill from there. You go downhill like you're on a roller coaster. It really makes it feel like you're going really fast down a hill and having a good time. And the rest of the track is just up the volcano backwards. And then I love how you end in town. I love that. And this track is just amazing. So yeah, because you go into Maka Woohoo and do up the volcano from a different perspective, going downhill instead of up on a roller coaster and ending in Woohoo Town. That's why I love this track so much. Here's the track. And that concludes my ranking of all the cycling races in Wii Sports Resort. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a nice day. Thanks for watching.